Good morning, you're watching Amuseaholics and today we're at Parque de Atracciones in Madrid.
Another nice sunny day.
Yeah, another beautiful hot day here in sunny Spain and another first visit for us as well.
Yeah, last day of the park, last trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our last day of the trip sadly, but it's another park we've never been to, so we're really excited. Here's some really good coasters here, Abismo, Tarantula, Tornado, Vertigo, just to name a few. And yeah, we're really looking forward to getting into the park and seeing all it has to offer.
Yeah, there's like an apocalypse style drop tower by the looks of it as well, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's right, and also several other flat rides as well to enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to getting in now, and we'll take you around with us and see what we can see.
Yeah.
So here we have the main gate of Parque de Atracciones Madrid. Gates aren't open just yet. We've got here half an hour before, about 11:30. So we're just waiting now for them to open the gates. So we've made it through the gates of Parque de Atracciones. It's really worth pointing out that the gates don't actually open until 12 o'clock. So the opening time of 12 o'clock is the time that the outer gates open. You can't come through the turnstiles and wait for a rope drop like you do at Park Warner. It's quite different in that regard. So it's coming up the first strip now. You can see an interesting fountain in the distance. Here's the fountain up close. Really nice fountain, sort of create a bit of a mist effect there. And there's a waterfall. And then some water explosion. Quite nice because each step of the fountain is kind of different. There's a little crossing there, we can actually cross the other side of the fountain. And just as we come up the hill a little bit further, we've got the final fountain at the top here. Really, really nicely presented park. Very much a country park kind of theme going on. Not heavily sort of themed like Warner is to Looney Tunes, for example. So to make our way over to Nickelodeon land first, just for a change. We reckon the kids area is going to be busy later. This balloon, hot air balloon, Zeppelin themed monorail system here. Just making our way into Nickelodeon land now. And you've got Splash Bash with all the roller coaster themed elements on the outskirts. The SpongeBob up the top there, and these little roller coaster rides. Just a bit further on, we've got Bob Esponja's Hero Spin. Just a bit of a spinning ride here, look. And then it's opposite, you've got the Grand Theatre. They've got a bit of a magic festival on here today, so for the next few, I think it's probably ending on tomorrow possibly, which is a shame, but they do have events on here and that's where the shows are. Just turned the corner and spotted this incredible show building, which is part of the TNT Le Mine train. Le Train au Mine or something like that, the mine train. But yeah, I really, really love that facade, that building's amazing. So we've made it over to the entrance to Paw Patrol. Only a little coaster this one, but it's a new credit for us, so we're going to jump on before this gets busy. There's lots of families here today. There goes Paw Patrol. So we're carrying on away from Paw Patrol now. There's another little coaster. I can't remember the name of it just this second. All will be revealed when we get there. So I'm just heading over now. I really like these trees, provide lots of nice shade, especially useful in the kids area. Just passing by the Rugrats ride as well. It's like a little Dodgems, that one. Nice figures. Just on the left, we've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles attraction as well. I believe that's a bit of a driving school. Not sure that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles know how to drive, if I'm honest, but I think it's cool they've got a bit of theming to make it appeal to the kids. There we go. Padrinos Voladores. There we go, it's like a little aeroplane attraction. Not a huge one, but I remember now. It's the Fairly Odd Parents. Here it goes. Doesn't look like much of a ride, but with the forced swing mechanic, it's actually quite good. I enjoyed it more than Paw Patrol, actually. The plane designs are cool as well. All the little crowns on our little faces. The colours are bright and vibrant. So there they go again. This ride actually gives you 3 laps, which is very generous. Might be because it's quiet, but I'm guessing you get at least 2. Good fun little ride. Just noticed something interesting over at the toilets for the kids land in Nickelodeon land. You've got the main door, but then you've also got a door for the kids as well. How sweet. Diego bus ride there. And Los Globos Locos, something like that. Pronunciation and a hard to read font make for a bad combination. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit of a balloon ride. Off to the side, there's some games. A couple of air hockey tables, a couple of basketball machines. And then of course there's Kaylee driving with the Krabby Patty Mobile with SpongeBob.
On the chair.
Boba the Sponger. We're making our way over to the Starflyer now. Gonna get on this because these rides traditionally have a really bad throughput, so gonna try and get on this before it gets too busy. Looks like it's got some good height on it as well, so we should be able to get some good views of the park from up there. This is one of the exit to the Starflyer. Got this awesome tank prop here just outside, and I think this is part of the Walking Dead experience that they have here at the moment at Parque de Atracciones. You see it's just over here. It's quite cool. Looks like you work through various elements of the story. It looks like you're starting off in the prison by the look of the guard tower. I can see Terminus over there on the right hand side. So it looks like it's the maze itself is open from 4 till 10, and so something about there being a show at 5:30, which is interesting. We're continuing on through Parque de Atracciones, starting from the backs worked really well. Made our way over to La Jungla. Jump on and give this one a ride now. There we go on La Jungla. Leopard on the right hand side waiting to pounce. Not the most convincing leopard I've ever seen. Yeah, it does have a bit of a jungle mission feel to it. Oh, past the fallen log. Oh, the ape there. Oh, look at these crocs. Oh. Nice little waterfall over on the right. The indigenous people are having a dance. village. That's quite a good set piece, how it goes back and some depth to it. Haha, yeah. Sticking their little heads out. Good little village set that, I quite like that. See the Zeppelin up in the background, right at the very edge of the trees. Oh, it's almost missed the tiger there. And now we come across some hippos. Some of the smallest elephants I've ever seen. Elephants, not to scale. Yeah, but there's a baby in the middle, so I don't know. Maybe. Smallest elephants I've ever seen anyway. Some ruins over on the right hand side. Couple more animals as well. And over on the left, got a couple of plonkers who are trying to run away from a rhino. Got on the wrong side of him, look. Now he looks to scale. Look at the size of this one. That's more like it. There's some monkeys on the boat, some apes. Over this nicely themed bridge now. Various runes carved into it. Yeah, there's a good view of the Starflyer up on the left hand side. We've entered the kingdom of the monkeys by the look of it. Watch out for the big snake. Oh, it is a little bit scary actually. There's another boat dispatching now. Quite nicely sort of Polynesian themed exit to this queue as well, or exit to the right should I say. At the top of the fountain, and here come the Zeppelins on the monorail. We found the entrance to it now, so we're going to go over and give it a go. It's like a beautiful way to look around the park on this sunny day. Found an interesting map of the park, but it specifically shows you where the restaurants are. So you see where Domino's, Templet, La Plaza, XXL, San Isidro, Nickelodeon Snack and Nickelodeon Cafe. I'll just quickly pop round the sign just so you can see the sorts of things you can get it from each of these places I just mentioned. Now we've made it over to the Zeppelin ride. That's the exit, but also the Speedy Pass entrance. If you're taking advantage of Speedy Pass when you come here, can be useful if you're only coming for one day and it's a busy day such as a Saturday. The Speedy Pass entrance is very often at the exit in this park, so we've seen so far. If we spot any obvious exceptions, we'll be sure to let you know. Here we go on the Zeppelins in the middle. This is a great raised view of Parque de Atracciones. See Bismo up there in the background on the drop tower. Ooh, got a nice spray off the fountain. Some great views of Abismo. We head round on the Zeppelin. See the river and a boat going round down there. There's a pretty cool pirate ship set piece over on the lawn. Passing by the Walking Dead experience. Pretty cool facade there, and there's the zombie outside. Got the police car and what looks to be Daryl's bike.
Nothing ever comes without a consequence, the cars tell me, well, the stars alone.
Good view of the tank as well. I was passing right close to the Starflyer. Now going in round the back of Nickelodeon land. Get a good aerial view of some of the attractions from here. There goes the Aerospin. Saw the Aerospin earlier, it looked pretty good and it's up and running now there. Got some good views of the Wild Mouse type coaster from up here. This is we're heading back into the station.
Very much like the one in Chessington.
Yeah, it just looks a bit like Rattlesnake, doesn't it? Very similar ride to Rattlesnake in Chessington World of Adventures, I think. Passing the spare Zeppelins as well. Splash Battle's in full action now. Lots of crossfire being exchanged. Yeah, just the crabs. It looks very similar actually to the one outside Rulantica, on the outside area of Rulantica. Obviously the key difference here being everyone's dressed and not at the water park. So, but yeah, the design looks very similar. I believe it's the same in the sense that the platform lowers below the water level, and that's what gives the boats the source of the water, perhaps. Here goes Aerospin. Really interesting element that the cars can actually rotate as well as going up and down. It's a really unique element. So we've headed back over to this gorgeous building, TNT Atracciones de la Main. Awesome aesthetic continues inside in the huge castle courtyard. Ah, okay, so this is also the entrance to Los Fiordos, which is the water ride. That's quite interesting. The boat going up the lift hill now. Here they come. Ready for the big splash. The boat comes back around from the outside. You can see more of the towers of the sort of fort that they put up here as part of the theming. Really impressed with those. Hey, what a wave!
Absolutely dreadful on that road.
Yeah, looks like a good soaker. So to the left of the fort is the TNT mine train entrance. Very closely knit with the water ride queue. Just to point out, Los Fiordos is a slight exception to the Speedy Pass rule. The normal entrance is on the left, Speedy Pass is in the middle, a separate queue line, and the exit's on the right. For reference, the speedy path for the mine train is over here on the side before you go into the fort. There goes the mine train. Nice themed cars there. Comes to a very slow stop. Well, slow speed at the top. And then it lets them go. So we just took our first ride on TNT, the mine train.
Yeah, what a fantastic ride.
Yeah, great ride by Gerstlauer. Yeah, it was thrilling, but it was pretty smooth as well.
Yeah.
Decent drop on there, some nice bank turns. Obviously being a family coaster, there was no inversions or anything like that, but yeah, a really good intermediate ride actually. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I wish you would have done 2 laps.
Yeah, it's a reasonably short layout, but there was some good moments dropping down into sort of the tunnels, and then you sort of come back through the same tunnel underneath, which is quite good as well. So yeah, some nice elements there. It was good intermediate family ride, that one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And here we are inside the Nickelodeon Caf. Light touch theming with the lighting on the walls. Food counters just over there where you can order and pick up. And over to the side they have a booth where you can get some smaller snacks and slushies as well. So you place your order at outside the Nickelodeon Cafe at these kiosks. There's a choose language option at the top left, so you can change it to English. You can make your selections and pay here using card, and then it'll let you know. You can go through and it'll let you know when it's ready for collection. So we popped in the Nickelodeon Cafe with an extra large hot dog, plain, just the way Kelly likes it, with fries and a drink. I've also had a barbecue burger, just in here. Looks quite nice. And some cheese fingers. And Kaylee's meal also comes with an ice cream.
€2 extra.
Yeah, €2 extra for an ice cream to add it onto the meal. Quite expensive, but we'll give it a try and let you know what we thought. €27 this was. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. So we had some food from the Nickelodeon Cafe.
Yeah, it was quite nice actually. But
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, €27. I mean, it was a bit expensive really. I just had a barbecue burger, that was about $8.50. We had some cheese sticks, which were like, it was like halloumi and like a dough. Tekka sticks, what they call, something like that, Tekka sticks?
Right.
Yeah.
They were nice though.
Yeah, they were very nice, but €5 for those.
For 4.
You get to get 4, yeah, but they were a pretty sensible size. Kaylee had a XXL hot dog meal with additional ice cream, and I think that came to €13.50, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so we added up to €27, so I wouldn't say it's particularly good value, to be honest. The food was nice, but it was only like standard, you know, acceptable theme
Fast
park
food,
level. Yeah, acceptable standard level fast food for a theme park. So probably a good part to bring your own food, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still enjoyed it, and the cheese things were different, so I enjoyed trying the cheese fingers. But yeah, I would say it's probably the sort of park where, with the value to money ratio, you're best bringing your own.
But for drinks, make sure you get a slushie with SpongeBob in.
Yes, Boba Sponger. They do slushies with themed cups. Again, they're quite expensive though. They're a little bit more than Heart Warner. I think they're about €8 here, something like that.
It's SpongeBob.
Yes, but it's SpongeBob. But yeah, so they're a little bit more expensive than Heart Warner, not by a drastic amount, around €1 more. But yes, as Kelly pointed out, you can get SpongeBob, as she saw us wearing earlier, so that's a good option. So if you want to have a nice cool down. So here we are in the Nickelodeon shop. Loads of SpongeBob SquarePants gear. Also ice creams and some crisps for snacks. Good old Patrick. T-shirts are cool, aren't they? Got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle merch over there. Some more SpongeBob stuff. Oh yeah, SpongeBob moving picture.
That's really good, I like that.
Yeah. We carry on over. Lots of caps as well. Yeah, that's a nice stuff, isn't it? Sparkly SpongeBob. Some SpongeBob plushies as well. Some mugs. SpongeBob games, jellyfish catch. There's also an ice lolly maker. SpongeBob branded candy floss. Key rings. More snacks. And we're over to Paw Patrol. One of the more general Nickelodeon magnets. And plushies, shorts, tops, caps, boys and girls stuff, more of the gang plushies. Smaller versions of the plushies as well. Good if you're on a budget or limited space. Some Blaze stuff. The Hyper Blaster slime gun. And good old Dora the Explorer in the corner here. The Dora Explorer Jeep ride here. It looks pretty good. I mean, it lends itself well to the natural tree formations. The theming within the ride itself is a little bit light touch for my liking, but good ride for the kids. On the way down to Vertigo, we've got the carousel. Nice and undercover here. Nice and shaded. Nice to see such a classic ride preserved in this park. Nice themed area opposite Vertigo. Strange mansion in the background. Eatery over here on the left. That's over here by Vertigo. And the main entrance over on the left here. And then if you carry on over to the right, you've got the misters on in the queue, which is nice though, help keep people cool. Continue over to the right here, and you have the accessible entrance and speedy passage just over on the right.
Well, just a bit drop on Vertigo.
Yeah, we certainly did. Wild Mouse coaster, very similar to Rattlesnake at Chessington World of Adventures.
Yeah, it's a bit rougher than that, but I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I went on Rattlesnake the other day and that is still pretty rough, to be honest, but this I think is a tad rougher. Really swings you around those bends. There's a really horrible trim braking section after the first drop, and was it just before the first drop, was it? Just before or just after, can't remember now, to be honest. But yeah, really sharp, so watch your legs.
Just before the end.
Yeah, so watch your legs on that one, because you do end up having your legs sort of slam forward into the car, which
I hit my leg off the metal bit at the front of the car. It was sat in the front, and I did it. I mean, it's not entertaining.
Yeah, it's just the shock of it, I think, really. But if you like a good old-fashioned rough Wild Mouse, it's a great ride.
Yeah.
Fair.
I still enjoyed it, you know.
Yeah, it was good. It's different, isn't it? You don't get these rides everywhere anymore. They used to be really prevalent. Now they're a little bit more few and far between. Rattlesnake's anyone I can think of in the UK in the theme parks themselves anyway. So yeah, it's a good little ride. That's over off to the side. There's a great set piece here with the fountain and the house in the background. I wonder what that's actually used for. Can't see that it's an attraction. Here we are entering this shop over by the entrance. Hey, dinosaur. Some quite unusual things in here. They've got some Pokemon stuff over here. Hats and towels and mugs and bottles, all sorts of things. I was quite surprised to see that if you head over here as well, got some Super Mario merch as well. Sonic the Hedgehog, that's really unusual at a theme park. No Sonic themed rides or anything, but we've even got some anime stuff over here. Got some Naruto and Boruto. Funko Pops. If you like Funko figures, we've got loads of different ones here. Some Stranger Things. Funko Pops as well. So there's your usual sprinkling of SpongeBob SquarePants and an old Patrick Star. Here we go, past La Selva, one of the theatres, and down this path to Los Rapidos. Ready to go to the entrance to Los Rapidos. Quite a queue for this one. Not that surprising considering it's a very warm day. So we just took a spin and splash on Los Rapidos.
Yeah, very unique boats actually. You just kind of sit in it, and there's like a bar that you just hold on to, and that's it.
Yeah, it kind of curls from the one side up and over in front of you. There's nothing in the middle to hold on to. The boat's quite open, and there's no sides on the boat, so quite scary really. Yeah, Los Rapidos was a pretty decent ride actually. Not quite as good as the Acme Rapids. Yeah. The theming was interesting. It was just a bit of rockery really. Fits nice with the wooded setting, yeah. But nothing, you know, wasn't quirky like the Acme Rapids, which is a shame. I mean, obviously, you know, could appreciate where we are different, but I did really like the unique theming, whereas here it was quite generic with the rock work and that sort of thing. Pretty much, this is the Rapids theme, standard theming, really. But the Rapids itself were good. Yeah, really. They were rapid.
And there were some shocking moments in there, weren't there?
Yeah, some really big waves in there. You know, some good sections where you're going to get a good mega wave over the boat. There's the first water feature is a fluke. We thought, oh man, we're going to get so soaked going through that. Then we realised it doesn't actually overlap the channel where the boat goes. You go round it, so it looks like you get soaked, but you don't. It's really clever actually, because when you're waiting in the queue, you think, oh god, I'm going to go through this in a minute. Yeah. But the elation of missing that was short-lived. We went around the corner and found basically like a trough flowing water straight into the middle.
And unluckily, he got me and Adam straight.
Yeah, straight over me and Kayla. Yeah. And yeah, I think we carry on round, and there's some more water effects as well, isn't there? Yeah. So we got a good spray as we went through there, and then
lots of waves at the end.
Climax was a massive wavy section where you are about to get a couple of big splashes.
Boat got absolutely drenched. It was like a mega wave.
Yeah, it literally went over his lap, the poor kid.
Went all in the boat.
Yeah, poor kid, literally straight over his lap. Oh. So yeah, completely bottom half, totally soaked. But yeah, you know, if you like a wet rapids, it's good. Yeah. Not quite up to Acme rapid standard, like we say, but still really strong contender. Yeah. I still say definitely in the upper half of what we've done.
I did really enjoy it. Yeah. Again, he did miss that wave machine element in there. But...
yeah, it would be nice to have a bit where you do slow down a bit and have and get rocked backwards and forwards, banging off the side, generating your own waves. But yeah, all in all, good rapids.
Yeah, good ride.
So we've head back very close to the entrance now. There's the fountain again, and we're over on the left-hand side. We've got the drop tower, top spin, swinging pendulum. Also got a Bismo up there in the distance. So there's a train just going up there now. Vertical lift hill. Straight over into the ride. So we made it over to the entrance to Lazadera? Yeah, Lazadera. Okay. Intamin drop tower. Very reminiscent of Apocalypse at Drayton Manor before it was closed. 63 metres high, this one. Looks like they're only running one of the towers, which is a shame. That'll lead to a slightly longer wait time, but it'd be lovely to do this, given it's not something we can do at Drayton Manor anymore. Here goes Lanzadera. Climbs, put it on quick. We made it over to the entrance to Amusaholics. Just our log flume. The main entrance just there, next to the vending machine. All the way over to the right hand side is this little gate for the Speedy Pass entrance. Here they come. Like a bad splash on that one. So we just took a splash on a Ceradero, the log flume.
Could do with some more theme in there, especially like there's a cave bit at the end that you go through, and it's just plain. I could have done with a bit of theme and that in there, so maybe some lights or something.
Yeah, that's completely true. It's a good log flume, 2 drops, both get you pretty wet, and yeah, good log flume. But the tunnel right at the very end was lacking in theme. It was quite cool. You go in there, it's pretty dark. I mean, that's pretty cool and everything, but really it could have done with just something, really, couldn't it?
Especially as you get in the second drop, and that's the last drop, but then it takes you winding around for ages to get to the end, and you go for that cave at the end, and I really think like there should have been some fear or some water effects or something.
Yeah, I completely agree, but another good water ride here in Spain. If you want to have a good cool off, you definitely get wet on there. So yeah, some really good splashes on there. Not like the water rides in the UK where you barely get touched most of the time.
Yeah.
It's a couple of really good splashes straight in the face, all down your top, all down your shorts if you're wearing shorts or trousers, and yeah, lovely for a cool off. But yeah, as Katie said, a little bit weak on the theme in that one, unfortunately. No immersion really, just box on a log flume, but still good fun. So we made it over to the rotor queue. There it is up there in the sky. Looks pretty cool. Looks a little bit similar to the attraction in Tavoda Gardens, but not quite so high or varied. It looks like it gives you a spin in reverse and then a spin forward. Interesting attraction anyway, looking forward to giving it a try. Well, hey, we're in Paris, the Eiffel Tower. I'm just kidding. Still in party attractions. Nice little lawn ornament there. So we made it over to the Tornado entrance. Intamin suspended coaster. Quite rare, they haven't done many of these. There's only a couple in the world. So for this ride, once you go through the main Tornado gate, you get to this split here. Left is the standard queue, and then right is the Speedy Pass. There goes Tornado out of the station. Here comes Tornado.
On Tornado, it wasn't as rough as I was expecting actually. For such an old ride, it was built in 1999, so quite an old ride now.
Yeah, that's right. One of only 2 Intamin Extreme inverted coasters, and yeah, it's aged pretty well, really. I mean, there's a bit of shake on there. I got a little bit of a head knock when we went through the inline roll, but yeah, it's a decent coaster. I really like the 2 loop loops. I think loop loops are great elements on inverted coasters, so the fact that it's got 2 loops on there is really nice.
Yeah, one after the other, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. You sort of do the first drop's pretty decent, you go straight into the first loop, swing around a nice bank, straight into the second loop. And yeah, so it's got some nice features in there. It's a reasonably short layout, but not too short. And yeah, hey, here we goes.
I really enjoyed Tornado.
Yeah, it was really good actually. Having a good swing around.
It's a bit of a strange seat design, like the seat belts are normally on the front of these, but the seat belt was at the side, which I've never seen before. So.
Yeah, it had hard, sort of hard over the shoulder restraints, very similar to a B&M inverted model. But yeah, the seat belt's on the side, and it's one of those buckle seat belts where you have to sort of lift the buckle, which is really awkward from the side, to be honest. The operator had to let us out, so that was maybe not the best design choice. But yeah, you know, it's a decent ride. I wouldn't say it's anything special as such, but you know, it's a decent inverted coaster. Enjoyed the 2 loop-the-loops, and nice to get on a ride that's a bit different.
It's nice to get on a different ride, yeah, because obviously it's built by Intamin, and there's only 2 of these in the world, and the other one's in Finland, so you know, it's nice that we've actually got a chance to go on one. So
yeah, that's right. It's a new experience.
yeah.
So we made it over to the tarantula entrance. I absolutely love this massive set piece. The huge tarantula legs, if you like. Really adds a lot to this attraction. Let's head in and have a go. Here goes tarantula. So we just took our first ride on Tarantula. Yeah, what a fantastic spinning coaster.
It's so fast.
Yeah, it's literally very comparable to Dragon's Fury at the Chessington World of Adventures.
It's better than Dragon's Fury.
Yeah, but from memory, I think it might be. Yeah, it's very, very fast. Trim braking's absolutely perfectly done, just enough to slow you down so you don't fly off the track. But not so much that you can't, that you lose too much speed.
That bank is just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some fantastic bank turns on there, plenty of spinning action. Yeah, just all round, that's probably the best ride so far today, highlight of today so far.
Yeah. Really, really enjoyed that.
We haven't been on a Bismo just yet, which is quite a unique ride in itself, but yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed that spinning coaster.
It's really smooth as well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was no shake or anything like that as well. It was, you know, it was smooth, fast, good spinning action. Really, yeah, complete package. Really love the theming outside that ride as well. There's not much in the way of theming on the actual ride itself, but you know, in terms of the entrance with the huge tarantula legs, really, really cool. Love that. And yeah, all round thoroughly enjoyed that ride.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Really had a lot of fun on that ride.
So we've saved what might be the best for last. We've made it over to Abismo. Very rare ride. Very similar in design to what used to be G-Force at Drayton Manor Park. So I haven't ridden that in I don't know how many years. Even before it was closed many years, I never got to ride it. So I'm really excited to give this one a try. So for this one, the standard entrance is on the right hand side and the speedy pass is on the left hand side. There goes Abismo. Really unique ride. Vertical lift hill into inversion and then rolling back out onto the ride. So it turned out we saved the best for last. Abismo, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's proper scary ride, that is.
Yeah, when you go up that lift hill, I mean, the vertical lift hill we're used to, obviously a lot of Gerstlauer Eurofighters like Saw the Ride and so on, you know, they all use the vertical lift hill, we were used to that. When you go over the top and you're upside down with just that sort of curved bar over your stomach, oh, that is a bit scary, and it's so slow to drop into that first roll. There it goes. It's very slow to drop into that first roll, and it is exciting and thrilling.
Yeah.
And as you sort of come round and go over the big airtime hill, you get some proper ejector airtime on there. So yeah, I think that's got to be the best coaster here, all in all. But what I would say is the cars aren't mega comfortable. Think it hurt your back a little bit?
Just the braking at the top, really.
Okay, so when you come flying through the station and actually get caught back on the lift hill at the end of the ride, and that's to be lowered back down, and the jolt of it catching on the chain is a little bit jarring. But yeah, no, overall it was a fantastic ride. There's like a sort of bit between your legs on the seat that's a little bit uncomfortable for the men, I would say. I didn't find it particularly comfortable, but I did thoroughly enjoy how different that was as a ride.
Yeah.
And I think it's a shame that these rides are so rare now, actually. I think probably its biggest weakness is obviously its throughput, because there's only one train on there because of the design, and the train only holds 12 people, which isn't many. But also, yeah, I'd say that's really it, really. I would say that's really its biggest problem, the throughput. I suppose the layout's a tad short, perhaps.
Yeah.
But again, I think they're working within the strains of the system and what they can do. So, you know, I think all in all, it's a good ride. I really enjoyed it for its uniqueness, and you know, it was a unique experience being hung on that lift hill upside down, slowly into the roll, and absolutely loved the ejector hill. It's been a while since we went to ejector airtime, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, no, it was a fantastic ride.
So, last ride of the day, La Maquina, if I'm saying that right. Big inward facing swinging pendulum. We're going to jump into the queue now. You just want to go? Here it goes. Look at that spin. It's a little bit much for me, the spinning whilst. Luckily you can look at the green plate in front of you if you start feeling like it's a bit too much. But the issue with that one for me is it just spins too fast. That's the fastest spinning pendulum I think I've possibly ever been on. It doesn't go that high, but the spin on it is immense. So we've entered the prison area, the Walking Dead attraction. I don't think we'll be filming actually in the attraction, but thought I'd just film outside, give you an idea of the queue line here. Lots of props and zombies. So we just took part in the Walking Dead experience.
Oh my gosh, that was scary.
Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised with that. It's a year-round horror experience here at Parque de Atracciones, and honestly, it's an upcharge of well, we paid €6.90 online. I think it's a little bit more on the day. So yeah, if you book online, it is a bit cheaper, €6.90. But honestly, that's one of the scariest horror mazes I've ever done. The actors are like next level. Yeah. Like literally, they just charge out, banging on oil drums. There was one sort of zombie actor who literally dived out the window. She was literally halfway out the window, like waving her arm at me, and it was like, woof.
Yeah.
Like literally, I couldn't help but muster a few profanities in there.
It was scary because there was a few kids in there, so I was just like, oh my gosh, how could they handle this?
Oh no, yeah, no, don't be right. It was all good fun, but if you, that was definitely on the extreme end of horror mazes.
Yeah.
It wasn't ridiculously long though, so you know, if you are really struggling, you know, you probably could just shut your eyes and, you know, sort of hold on to somebody else if you're with somebody. If you're on your own, you're stuffed. But yeah, no, it's
really good.
Yeah, it's
we were kind of like middle of the group as well, and we still got a few scares, didn't we?
Yeah, we were a bit concerned because we weren't at the front and we weren't at the back, and we thought, oh, it's going to be one of those, we're going to be a bit let down by this. But honestly, the coordination in there is so well planned out that it's still absolutely fantastic attraction. You get scares at the front, scares in the middle, scares at the back. You know, you are not getting through there without jumping at least once or twice. Yeah. I think I must have got a good 3 or 4 clear jumps on there. So yeah, an absolutely fantastic horror attraction. If you like Walking Dead, or if you like horror in general and zombies and that sort of thing, absolutely brilliant horror attraction.
Set was good as well,
Yeah, set piece is really nicely done. There's a few areas that are a bit dark and maybe lacking a couple of details, but they were few and far between. Mostly it's really nicely done, really well put together. Lots to see, a good mixture of actors and animatronics. And I think they were very clever in the fact that there was a lot of areas where there was sort of, you know, 3 or 4 animatronics and then like one real person who was just blending in, and then all of a sudden they're just on you and you're like, oh my word.
You don't realise it.
Yeah, you just don't recognise that, you know, that you can't tell really who's the real person.
Yeah.
And I think that works really well in horror mazes. We've seen it done before, and it just they've used that really, really well. But not just that as well. You do also have quite a lot of jump scares where you don't know they're coming. Like I say, that zombie literally jumped out the window at me. You know, arms flailing around. I'm like, goodness me. You know, they're so enthusiastic, the actors. They really make
there was a room where we was in a room where the actor was talking and was all facing that way. And then next thing I know, behind me, I got a door shaking. I mean, like this, I was like, what?
Yeah, and it wasn't even like an animatronic door. It was a real person shaking the door, and then she was like grabbing out, trying to grab us, and
making the noises and everything in my ear. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah, that's it. Your instinct's just to run. And when a horror maze gives you an instinct to run, you know it's good.
Although you're not supposed to run in there.
Well, yeah, you are supposed to run, but walk fast.
Yes.
Walk fast, yes. But yeah. If you like scare attractions, thoroughly recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
So the sun's beginning to go down now. We're walking down on the right side. We've just done the Walking Dead experience, and yeah, the fountain's looking beautiful in the sunset light. Parque de Atracciones looking beautiful in the sunset. One last thing to mention, parking is limited here, but it is completely free. So if you bring a car, you haven't got to worry about paying for parking. Well, what a wonderful day we've had here at Parque de Atracciones in Madrid.
Yeah, we've had a fantastic day. Got on loads of rides.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's not been quite as busy as Park Warner, and we weren't sure because it's still the weekend. It's still a Sunday, so we were a little bit concerned about that being an issue. But actually, we're pleasantly surprised. I mean, there's been a few queues here and there, but you know, nothing major really.
Yeah, we did buy a speedy pass just to make sure that we get everything done. But for the majority of the rides, we didn't even need it, did we?
Yeah, we used it on the coasters, but I'd say we probably only saved ourselves maybe an hour and a half in total. So you could still get this park done in a whole day on a day like today. So we would have been leaving a little bit later, but you know, we could have got it all done. So yeah, but no, we thoroughly enjoyed it actually. The theming's quite light touch. It's very much well, it's a park, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, there's lots of trees, there's like some nice water features, like you see, like the fountain behind us, and it is good for that. It is just like a nice picnic in the park, day out at the park atmosphere.
Like, it's got like a leisurely feel to it, you know. It's just a bit calming. It's nice just to walk around and get on some rides.
Yeah, it has a nice calming effect. That's right. So like I say, the theme is quite light touch. Apart from Nickelodeon Land, Nickelodeon Land's pretty heavily themed. That looks really cool. There's a bit of theming around the Walking Dead ride as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is nice. It would have been nice to see some more themed rides perhaps, but I can understand why they're playing to the park's strengths. You know, being a natural beauty, there's lots of real trees providing shade and all that sort of thing, and it is really nice for that. So I can totally understand why they've gone the way they have with it. There's a few decent parks. Sorry?
From what I've seen, like the operations have been really good as well. Like the staff have been getting the people on the rides and like.
Yeah, the operations. I'd say we've seen better on this trip, but I would say the operations have been a bit better than Park Warner.
Yeah.
Who are owned by the same group, so. And I don't know, like you say, maybe it's the atmosphere here. Maybe it's a little bit calmer for people, or maybe a bit high stress there, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, we have found that the operations in general have been a little bit better. We've been looking at the queues, and you know, even rides where there have been queues, it's been a bit, you know, they haven't been massive, have they really? I don't think any of the queues here would have been longer than, you know, maybe 15-20 minutes. Maybe earlier on today they were a bit longer on some of the coasters, but we started at the back of the park, which we'd wholly recommend doing. And then sort of later on in the afternoon, after lunchtime, sort of going into the evening, the roller coasters become a lot quieter, and you can get on there with sort of a 15-minute wait, can't you really?
Yeah.
And that's obviously on a Sunday.
There is a couple of good coaster creds in the kids' land though, if you want to get your coaster creds in. Two coasters in the kids' land.
The Paw Patrol roller coaster, which is a bit rougher than we expected, and also the fairly the Fairly Odd Parents ride, which is like a flying ride that sort of swings
cool,
out.
Actually.
Yeah, I actually enjoy that more than the Paw Patrol ride, if I'm totally honest. So those two are worth doing if you want the coaster creds. And yeah, I think for me Abismo was still the highlight. It was so unique.
I did like Tarantula as well.
Tarantula was top notch as well.
And The Walking Dead as well.
Yeah, the Walking Dead experience is also top notch, so really enjoyed those.
Yeah.
So I would say those two are definitely worthwhile doing. Even if you miss some of the coasters, Tarantula and Abismo are absolutely going to be the top ones to do here.
Yeah.
So as I say, the Tarantula as a spinning coaster, one of the best ones we've done, I think.
Yeah.
And you know, sort of in line without the trick track, but sort of in line with Phantasialand's Wingers, if you've done those or seen those. And as I say, Abismo was just so unique that you know, we thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It means an awful lot to us and really helps out the channel.
And if you've got any comments, because anything that we can improve on, anything that you want to know, we're more than happy to help you out.
Yeah, put those in the comments below. We'd love to reply to you as soon as we can. Yeah. And yeah, until next time, we hope you get out and explore amusement parks and more. See you next time.